Dhammam saranam gacchami. Sangham saranam gacchami. Buddham saranam gacchami. Dharmam saranam gacchami. Sangham saranam gacchami. Buddham saranam gacchami. Dharmam saranam gacchami. Sangham saranam gacchami. Buddham saranam gacchami. Dharmam saranam gacchami. Sangham saranam gacchami. Buddham saranam gacchami. Dharmam saranam gacchami. Sangham saranam gacchami. Buddham saranam gacchami. Dharmam saranam gacchami. Sangham saranam gacchami. Buddham saranam gacchami. Dharmam saranam gacchami. Sangham saranam gacchami. Buddham saranam gacchami. Dharmam saranam gacchami. Sangham saranam gacchami. Buddham saranam gacchami. Dharmam saranam gacchami. Sangham saranam gacchami. Buddham saranam gacchami. Dharmam saranam gacchami. Sangham saranam gacchami.
A very good evening, everybody. Welcome to Tekchen Choling. So this is the first teaching after Vesak, so auspicious day. So tonight we are covering some topics and some major announcements. So in the meantime, we'll get Anila to help us ground ourselves with some prayers. So Anila, thank you. Okay, let's start off with praises to the 8 noble auspicious ones.
Homage to the Buddhas, Dharma, and Noble Sangha, and all the divine auspicious rhymes of the 10 directions, where all appearance and existence is completely pure, its nature spontaneously perfect. May all be auspicious for us. Bless us, Drome Galpo, Zalden Dondrup, Jampa Gempa, and Getapa Dapa, Gache Drapa, who loves all sentient beings, Zadrapa, whose compassion is as high as Mount Sumeru, Drapepa, who cares for everyone, and Zaratapa, who brings satisfaction to all beings. Just hearing your names increases glory, auspiciousness, and success. We pay homage to these 8 goddesses: the youthful Manjushri, the goddess Rajapani, Avalokiteshvara, Lord Maitreya, Gidingaba, Nivara Vishkabin, Akashkaba, and the most noble Samadabhadra. Homage to these 8 Bodhisattvas who are supreme in granting auspiciousness and success. Gracefully holding your emblems, Upla flower, Raja, White Lotus, Naga tree, wish-fulfilling jewel, moon, sword, and sun. Making offerings to the Buddhas of all directions and the times are the goddesses, the creators of delight. Holding the 8 supply emblems, the precious umbrella, the auspicious golden fishes, the wish-fulfilling vase of goodness, the exquisite Kamala flowers, the conch of fame and glory, the excellent knot of prosperity, eternal banner of victory, and the all-powerful will. Homage to these 8 auspicious goddesses: beauty, garlands, song, dance, flowers, incense, lighter perfume. Just thinking of your essential qualities makes success grow more and more. The great Brahma, Shiva, Vishnu, and Indra, the kings of the 4 directions, Dhritarashtra, Virodaka, Virupasha, Lord of Nagas, and Vrajavana, each one holding a divine emblem: the wheel, trident, conch shell, Raja, Vinau, sword, stupa, and banner of victory. I pay homage to the 8 guardians of the world who make auspiciousness and prosperity grow in the 3 realms, with all obstacles and harmful influences pacified. May the world win over the begin with ever-going fulfillment and success, and bring good fortune, prosperity, happiness, and peace for all. If all obstacles and harmful influences pacified, may the work we are now about to begin with ever-going fulfillment and success, and bring good fortune, prosperity, happiness, and peace for all. With all obstacles and harmful influences pacified, may the work we are now about to begin with ever-going fulfillment and success, and bring good fortune, prosperity, happiness, and peace for all. Omahung, Omahung, Omahung. Om Sambara Sambara Vimana Saramahajavahum. Om Smara Smara Vimana Saramahajavahum. Om Sambara Sambara Vimana Saramahajavahum. Om Smara Smara Vimana Saramahajavahum. Om Sambara Sambara Vimana Saramahajavahum. Om Smara Smara Vimana Saramahajavahum. Om Sambara Sambara Vimana Saramahajavahum. Om Smara Smara Vimana Saramahajavahum. Om Sambara Sambara Vimana Saramahajavahum. Om Smara Smara Vimana Saramahajavahum. Om Sambara Sambara Vimana Saramahajavahum. Om Smara Smara Vimana Saramahajavahum. Om Sambara Sambara Vimana Saramahajavahum. Om Smara Smara Vimana Saramahajavahum. I take refuge in the Gurus, I take refuge in the Buddhas, I take refuge in the Dhamma, I take refuge in the Sangha. I take refuge in the Gurus, I take refuge in the Buddhas, I take refuge in the Dhamma, I take refuge in the Sangha. I take refuge in the Gurus, I take refuge in the Buddhas, I take refuge in the Dhamma, I take refuge in the Sangha. To the Buddha, Dhamma, and our Sangha, I go for refuge and attain enlightenment. By the merits from listening to the Dhamma, may I attain Buddhahood for the sake of benefiting all other sentient beings. To the Buddha, Dhamma, and our Sangha, I go for refuge and attain enlightenment. By the merits from listening to the Dhamma, may I attain Buddhahood for the sake of benefiting all other sentient beings. To the Buddha, Dhamma, and our Sangha, I go for refuge and attain enlightenment. By the merits from listening to the Dhamma, may I attain Buddhahood for the sake of benefiting all other sentient beings. In particular, I must achieve enlightenment quickly in order to free all noblest kind mother sentient beings from the unimmeasurable ocean of samsara suffering and lead them to peerless full enlightenment. For this purpose, I must listen and thereafter put into practice the teachings of the profound Buddha Dhamma. Tayata Shame Shamawati Shamita Shankru Ankri Mankri Marusite Karote Kyori Tisawati Uluyani Wishida Nimani. Mana panaye kukri kaka krasi krasani omuki para muki amuki shamitani. Sawa graha bandap nane dekahitwa sawa para pawadina wimuta pa mara pasha sidabitwa buddha mundra anun gatita sawa mari padarita parishide vikasantu sawa mara kramani. I prostrate to gathering of Dakinis of the 3 places, coming from the supreme holy sites of space and joy, who have the powers of clairvoyance and magical emanation, and regard practitioners after offspring. Aka Samarata Shadarasa Marayapi. Aka Samarata Shadarasa Marayapi. Aka Samarata Shadarasa Marayapi. Tayata Gade Gade Paragade Parasam Gade Buddhiye Soha. Tayata Gade Gade Paragade Parasam Gade Buddhiye Soha. Tayata Gade Gade Paragade Parasam Gade Buddhiye Soha. To the power of the great truth of the words of the Exalted Three Jewels, may all adverse conditions be overcome. May they become non-existent, may they be pacified. May all the evils such as enemies, obstacles and hindrances, and adverse conditions be pacified. Shatim Kuriye Soha. May the 80,000 types of obstacles be pacified. May we be separated from adverse harmful conditions. May everything conducive be obtained, and by the auspiciousness of everything good, may there be excellent happiness here and now. May all sentient beings achieve extraordinary superior happiness and its causes. May all sentient beings be free from the unbearable sea of suffering and its causes. May all sentient beings never be parted from the bliss of summer liberation. May all sentient beings be free of all bias, attachment, and anger to near ones and aversion to others. To accomplish my own and others' aims, I generate the altruistic intention to attain enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings. To accomplish my own and others' aims, I generate the altruistic intention to attain enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings. To accomplish my own and others' aims, I generate the altruistic intention to attain enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings. Reverently, I prostrate my body, speech, and mind. I present clouds of every type of offering, actually offered to mentally transform. I confess all my negative actions accumulated since beginner's time, and rejoice in the virtues of all holy and ordinary beings. Please remain until samsara ends, and turn the wheel of Dhamma for sentient beings. I dedicate all the virtues of others and myself to the great enlightenment. The Heart Sutra. Thus have I heard, once the Blessed One was dwelling in Rajagriha at Vulture Peak Mountain, together with a great gathering of Sangha of monks and a great gathering of Sangha of Bodhisattvas. At that time, the Blessed One entered a samadhi that expresses the Dhamma called profound illumination. And at the same time, Noble Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva, while practicing the profound Prajna Paramita, saw in this way. He saw the five skandhas also to be empty of nature. Then, through the power of the Buddha, Venerable Sariputra said to Noble Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva, how should a son or daughter of noble family train who wishes to practice the profound Prajna Paramita? Addressed in this way, Noble Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva, said to Venerable Sariputra, O Sariputra, a son or daughter of noble family who wishes to practice the profound Prajna Paramita should sing this way. Seeing the five skandhas to be empty of nature. The form is emptiness, emptiness also is form. Emptiness is no other than form. Form is no other than emptiness. In the same way, feeling, perception, formation, and consciousness are emptiness. Sariputra, all dhammas are emptiness. There are no characteristics. There is no birth and no cessation. There is no impurity and no purity. There is no decrease and no increase. Therefore, Sariputra, in emptiness there is no form, no feeling, no perception, no formation, no consciousness, no eye, no ear, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind, no appearance, no sound, no smell, no taste, no touch, no dhammas, no I dhatu up to no mind dhatu, no dhatu of dhammas, no mind consciousness dhatu, no ignorance, no end of ignorance up to no old age and death, no end of old age and death, no suffering, no origin of suffering, no cessation of suffering, no path, no wisdom, no attainment, and no non-attainment. Therefore, Sariputra, since the Bodhisattvas have no attainment, they abide by means of Prajna Paramita. Since there is no obscuration of mind, there is no fear. They transcend falsity and attain complete nirvana. All the Buddhas of the three times by means of Prajna Paramita fully awaken to unsurpassable true complete enlightenment. Therefore, the great mantra of Prajna Paramita, the mantra of great insights, the unsurpassed mantra, the unequaled mantra, the mantra that comes all suffering should be known as truth. Since there is no deception, the Prajna Paramita mantra is said in this way. Tayata gate gate parakate parasam gate buddhi soha. Thus, Sariputra, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva should train the profound Prajna Paramita. Then the Blessed One arose from the samadhi and praised Noble Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva, saying, Good, good, O son of noble family, thus it is. O son of noble family, thus it is. One should practice the profound Prajna Paramita, just as he have taught, and all the Tathagatas will rejoice. And the Blessed One had said this, Venerable Sariputra and Noble Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva, the whole assembly and the world with its gods, humans, asuras, and Gandharvas rejoice and praise the words of the Blessed One. Okay, we'll take a break here.
And thank you, Anila, for the prayers. And with this, we will make some announcements for the week. So it's time for the introduction to meditation in both English and Chinese, and these are the dates for May and June. So it's on Sundays from 9:30 to 11 a.m. and it's on site at 147 Tyree Road on the level 2 classroom. So do join us for a 4-session meditation class with Dharma brother Keith Chung and embark on a journey of peace, clarity and self-discovery. So there's a suggested course donation which is contributed to the Dharma Propagation Fund at $20. So do scan this QR code to register. And of course, with the great Vesak activities, we have a lot of new friends that's joining us for class as well. So do come by for Orientation 2025, where you begin your Dharma journey right with us. On the 31st of May, it's a Saturday, so from 2 to 5 p.m. at the Teck Chun Choling Main Hall. So we are on number 2 BT Lane. So if you're new to Buddhism, curious about Teck Chun Choling, and ready to explore the Dharma, step into this meaningful journey with self-discovery and spiritual growth. So join us for Orientation 2025. It's an inspiring afternoon of learning, connection, and also community. Scan here to register. And of course, there's the How to Do Prostrations class that is led by Geshe Jigme, which is happening on the 21st of June on a Saturday. So it's 10 a.m. to 12 noon at the Teck Chun Choling Main Hall. So language of instruction is actually in English. So do come by if you're curious about prostrations, learn the why and how with Geshe Jigme. So ever wondered why Buddhists do prostrations? Do come and you will get your answers, and there is no prior experience required. Scan here to register. And this is in Chinese, so what's happening is that we are recruiting members for the Fa Qi Pan, which is the Chinese instrument class, right? So that's where when every time there's Chinese chanting, so they are having this induction that is on the 19th of May. So what happens is 20 classes every single Monday from 8 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. So there are some rules. If you can read it in Chinese, means yeah, you can come. So basically, you have to be already, taken refuge and also have done some volunteer work and also willing to do this together, because we will be going. I mean, this is not just the class for learning how to do the instruments, but it's also because there will be a lot of activities that will need your help as well. So we need ready and committed members on this. So hope you can join us. So 19th of May, it starts officially. Thank you. And of course, join us to connect with Guru Rinpoche this year. And we are going to Teck Chun Choling, Malaysia at Kota Tinggi. So it's from the 5th of July to the 6th of July. And connect with Guru Rinpoche. It's for everyone to come together and connect with Guru Rinpoche for 2 days. There will be prayer sessions for you to engage in Guru Rinpoche practices with explanations and guidance by Singha Rinpoche. So learn more about this Connect with Guru Rinpoche right here at this QR code. Of course, this is our info channel where you can get the latest information and updates on all the classes and all the whatnot. So do download Telegram, do take a look, scan here to join the channel. And of course, which you have seen at the Vesak activity, that we are doing this temple expansion program, right? So there's expanding with a mission, there's the Atisha Stupa plug that is also awaiting all your grant support, which we sincerely invite you to make a contribution to our A&A project. So you can see that, it's about leaving this legacy for our next generation. So donate. This is a donation with a purpose. So there's bricks, cement, as well as sand that also awaiting your kind donations. So at the end of the day, it's about preserving and propagating the Dharma, as well as venerating the holy objects, temple preservation, collective merit, magnetizing and benefiting others, as well as all this consecration and preservation of holy objects. So do check us out. You have all the QR codes right here. And that's all for the upcoming announcements for the season. So let's chill for a bit, for the people that's online, stand by. So once Rinpoche comes in, do our 3 prostrations. And in the meantime, see you in a bit. Thank you.
Sangam Saranam Gacchami. Buddham Saranam Gacchami. Dharmam Saranam Gacchami.
Okay, please rise. And we'll recite the 7-line prayer together. Hong Hogin Hogin no chan sam Pe ma ke sa dong bo la Ya chen chogi ngo jun ne Pe bang jun ne she su dra Kod u kan ro mam bo kro Ke ki jesu dap gi Ching gi lap che she su so Guru Pema Siddhi Ho Hogin Hogin no cha sam Pema Kesa Long Pola Yatin Chogi Ngodruni Pema June She Sudra Kodo Kandro Mambo Kro Keki Jesu lap gi Chingi lap che Jesu so Guru Pema Siddhi Ho Hogin Hogin no cha sam Pema Kesa Lombola Yatin Chogi Ngodruni Pema June She Sudra Kodu Kandro Mambo Kro Keki Jesu lap gi Jingi lap che Jesu so Guru Pema Siddhi Ho Hogin Hogin no cha sam Pema Kesa Lombola Yatin Chogi Ngodruni Pema June She Sudra Kodu Kandro Mambo Kro Keki Jesu lap gi Chingi lap che Jesu so Guru Pema Siddhi Ho.
For those online, please offer 3 prostrations.
Okay, we shall offer mandala for the teachings. Oma Hong, Oma Hong, Oma Hong. Om Raja ground our home. Yes, the mighty and powerful base of gold. Om Raja line our home. Outer ring is encircled with this iron fence. In the center, the king of mountains, Mount Meru. In the east, the continent Puma Vidiha. In the south, Jambu Vipa. In the west, Abaragodania. In the north, Uttarakuru. Around the east, the subcontinents Deha and Vidiha. Around the south, Chamara and Upper Chamara. Around the west, Sata and Uttaramantri. Around the north, the subcontinents Kurava and Kwarava. In the east is the treasure mountain. In the south is the wish-granting tree. In the west is the wish-granting cow. In the north is harvest that needs no cultivation. Here's the precious whale. Here's the precious jewel. Here's the precious queen. Here's the precious minister. Here's the precious elephant. Here's the precious and best of horses. Here's the precious general. Here's the great treasure of us. Here's the goddess of beauty. Here's the goddess of garlands. Here's the goddess of song. Here's the goddess of dance. Here's the goddess of flowers. Here's the goddess of incense. Here's the goddess of light. Here's the goddess of perfume. Here's the sun. Here's the moon. Here's the umbrella of all that is precious. Here's the banner of victory in all directions. In the center are all possessions precious to gods and men.
This magnificent
Collection lacking in nothing, offer to you my kind and holy roots Lama, together with you venerable lineage Lamas, and to you Lama, compassionate Lama Lozang Doam Dodi Chang. Together with the assembly of gods, I offer this pure and beautiful collection to you. In your compassion, accept what I offer for the sake of all beings. Having accepted this to myself and to all beings, please grant your blessings to your great compassion. This ground another perfume, story flowers, adorn Mount Meru, four continents, sun and moon. I offer in visualizations as pure Buddhas. May all sentient beings thus enjoy this pure lamp. The objects my attachment, anger, ignorance, my body, my wealth and enjoyments, without any sense of loss, I offer this collection. Please accept it with pleasure and bless me with freedom from three poisons. Venerable Holy Gurus, in the space of your truth body, from billowing clouds of your wisdom and love, let fall the rain of profound and extensive Dharma in whatever form is suitable for subduing sentient beings. Om Yidam Guru Rana Mandala Kam Niyatayami. Precious Guru, please grant me all realizations of the path, from Guru devotion to the completion of the training to unified Vajra state. Please grant me blessings that my mind become Dharma, that Dharma will become the path, that hindrances in the path may not occur, that we cease all wrong conceptions and receive immediately the two precious bodhisattvas. Okay, let's all greet Rinpoche. Good evening, Rinpoche.
Good evening. So today I'm going to first start this teaching by answering this question that was asked to me during the Vesak celebrations. So this question was asked to me, then I thought it was meaningful, and so I said I'm going to answer during the teaching in temple. So this person asked me, say, what's the purpose of building a temple? What's the purpose of building a temple, and what's the purpose of having a congregation? Okay, so what's the purpose of it? He said Buddha asked, because he said Buddha asked people to become to renounce and become monks and nuns. So am I doing what Lord Buddha didn't want us to do? So this question asked very directly. And then I said, oh, this is good question. Then I said, I will answer. So now I'm going to answer. So first, the answer for, did Buddha ask everybody to become monk and nun? Okay? Buddha did encourage people to renounce worldly life. He did encourage them to renounce worldly life. He encouraged especially the men to renounce worldly life. Okay? It was only later that Lord Buddha's auntie saw that, the benefit of practicing or cultivating the Dharma within one's own mind, that she herself also wanted to become a nun. And Lord Buddha himself actually rejected nuns, rejected the idea of women becoming nuns. And then it was only later on that the woman felt that Buddha was unfair and this and that and everything, and so they asked Lord Buddha, said, is there any difference between a man and a woman in terms of Dhamma practice? And Lord Buddha said, no. Is there any difference? Is there any difference in the result of doing the same practice? And Lord Buddha also said no. So then they requested Lord Buddha to accept the first women to become nuns. And then Lord Buddha agreed later on. So to get the historical facts right, okay, first Lord Buddha rejected the idea of women becoming nuns. So that is a fact. Okay, he did ask the men to renounce to become monks. Yes, he did. So, in terms of the fact that the Lord Buddha asked asked the people to become monks and nuns, and then rejected the idea of having a congregation. Okay, I said that is a wrong understanding. Buddha did not say that there should not be a congregation. Where is the proof? Where is the proof? The proof is that we all know that when we are reciting the sutras, that there's this monastery called the Bamboo Grove, isn't it? Right? Yeah. Buddha, there's also this Ananda Pindika. He also offered this bamboo grove, right? Covered the land in gold, right, to buy that land to offer for use as a monastery. So, based on that, isn't a monastery where all the monks congregate to live together and cultivate together and teachings were given in that area, is that not a congregation? You see? So, on the opposite, it was not Lord Buddha who did not like the congregation. It was Devadatta, Lord Buddha's cousin, whom was skillfully showing that what an ordinary person think would be wrong, okay, if they did not listen to the Buddha. So Devadatta, in Mahayana teaching, Devadatta is extremely kind. You know, it's like if you want to teach children, right? You want to teach children, it's no point telling the children what to do, what not to do. But it will be good if you tell the child to say that, oh, you know, we had a friend who did this, and then what happened to this friend, right? And what happened to this friend? And then the children will listen to that, oh dear, oh shit, you know, oh, this person did this and then got this result. That person also did that and got that result. So Devadatta played the role of the one that will do all the things that are against Lord Buddha. Okay? So therefore, he manifested like, you know, to teach us. He manifested like this to teach us. So we should listen to the Buddha. Okay? So what Devadatta did was, he said that for the monks, right, number one is they should become pure vegetarian. Very pure vegetarian. Right? And that Lord Buddha also rejected. Okay? And so, because Devadatta see, oh, Lord Buddha also doing things, also giving teaching and eating food less like an ordinary human being. So Devadatta also want to become Buddha. Right? Devadatta also want to become Buddha. Right? So the same way, so he, in front of the great congregation, made an open proposal to challenge Lord Buddha. Right? Of that, one of them is that all the Sangha, those who ordain, must become pure vegetarian. Then inside is pure, practice is pure. Then become very, very pure. Right? And so Lord Buddha rejected. Buddha said, eating of food, the purpose is to survive. Like the food offering prayer that some of you did memorize, which I think most of you did memorize, is that I offer this food, you know, by eating this food, right? It's not to get fat, not to get thin, right? Yeah, but to maintain this body, This is especially important for ordained monks and nuns, because ordinary human beings who are lay people actually do eat to get fat or do eat to get thin, right? They will say that, oh, I eat this so that I can get thin, I eat this so that my body will become stronger, bigger, or this and so on and so forth, right? So Lord Buddha said that in this rule, why this rule is to be rejected, because the purpose of eating is to live, and the purpose of eating the food, okay, is not only about living, but it's also about humility and accepting whatever people offer, right? And so the food, in terms of that, is to accept whatever people offer. So in the Hinayana and Theravada monasteries, the original monasteries, they don't have kitchens. They don't have kitchen because it takes a lot of time to prepare meals. It takes a lot of time to prepare breakfast, to prepare lunch, to prepare dinner, right? And so therefore, Lord Buddha said the original vow was to eat one meal a day. But that is also to have there's also to have a reason. But that one is later on I will explain. So the second reason, the second thing that was openly asked, challenged to Lord Buddha by Devadatta was that all the monks and nuns, all the monks should be living in the trees, under the trees, right, exposed to the weather, right? But Lord Buddha and said that, not to he also rejected the idea, because Lord Buddha himself spent 6 years living as an ascetic, isn't it? Living under trees and everything, and there was no result of living under the tree. Just stay under the tree, okay, like that is no result. So Lord Buddha said that the ordained Sangha should live in simple buildings, okay, simple buildings that will keep the body away from the sun and the rain, okay, but not to live in the city, not to live in the like a big city, right? Live away from the city, right, where everybody live. So actually, for all the ordained Sangha, right, is to live away from the meaning is to live away from lay people. Okay, ordained people should live together, separate from lay people. Okay, and the third one was so one is the food. One is about the congregation, and the other one is about the where they live. All right. So about the congregation, in respect for the congregation, Lord Buddha said that the monks should go and beg early in the morning, because in India, most people were farmers, right? And so they will wake up very early to cook, right? And then after that, the people would take their food out to the fields. Okay, take the food out to the fields, and so the farmers would also be eating a noonday meal. So for the monks, so they said that they should also receive alms, okay, beg for alms and receive alms after the people have packed their food. Okay, after the people have packed their food for their own family use. Okay, then after that, then we can go and distribute they can go and distribute to or give alms to the ordained people. For that, the reason is also to respect the congregation of lay people and not to give them additional how to say in English? Financial burden. Additional financial burden. Oh, you already they only offer to the ordained sangha 1 meal a day. Okay? So imagine you have to cook for them, you offer them breakfast, offer them lunch, offer them dinner. Then it's very difficult in the ancient time. Right? It's not like now, you can just buy convenient food. Just buy convenience food and food is available very everywhere. I think in the past it's not like that. Okay, so to understand this point, by saying this, right, Lord Buddha already established during his lifetime monasteries, which are physical buildings where monks lived. Okay, nuns live separately, monastery, nunneries. Okay, and also Lord Buddha already established there's a community of ordained and there's a community of lay disciples who are sponsors. Okay, and so during Buddha's time, his major sponsors were kings, business people, and a very famous courtesan. All right, very famous courtesan. So one way to say courtesan, some are prostitutes, some are not. Some are prostitutes, some are not. So Lord Buddha accepted the offering from these courtesans, okay, and said that it is okay. Okay, so you can read about the story. You can read about the story of Amrapali, the mango girl. Okay, go read up. Okay, so you understand historically what happened, and then you will understand the kindness of Shakyamuni Buddha. And this is really very important. If you don't recognize the kindness of Shakyamuni Buddha, even as the historical Buddha, then really we are just praying to our fantasies, that this Buddha is like God, Many people making offerings to Buddha like people making offering to any temple, anywhere, just make offering and pray, and then just to get our wishes fulfilled. And that is exactly not what Lord Buddha wanted for us. Right? Buddha taught this teaching of the greatest teaching Lord Buddha taught was dependent arising. Right? And so in dependent arising, the last time I taught about another English word that would replace dependent arising. What? I can't hear you. Huh? Flexible? No. There was another word. I can't remember now. Integration? No. Dependent arising, right? Anyway, I guess my flu from before Vesak till now, still having flu as it getting to me. So I like to request tomorrow no teaching because my body is still not recover. Yeah. So I really physically do feel tired and drained. I'm sure many of you also. But and I want to say thank you for all of you who did go help out and volunteer during the Vesak celebration. So this is very nice. Thank you very much. Yeah. So Lord Buddha taught about dependent arising. He did not ask us to make offering to request for things. Right? Somebody did say that, oh, but by making offering and requesting is also dependent arising. Right? I say yes. By making offering and requesting is also dependent arising, but the motivation is wrong. One has the mental capacity like that of specialists in farming. What do you call it? Not farmer. Some. Huh? Yeah. How do you say? Agriculturist. Yeah, agriculturist. One has the mental capacity of an agriculturist. Well, okay, not just ordinary farmer, but agriculturists think of how to improve the crops every time. The other one has the thinking or mindset of a beggar. Okay? So, yes, outwardly, you are making, we see is making offering and this and that. But what is the fundamental big difference is one is educated and the other one is not. One is taking personal responsibility and the other one is not taking any personal responsibility. Only want to beg, ask for things. I make offering, okay? I heard some people, right? They joke, no? Wow, Buddha, I make offering to you, huh? Right? I buy flowers, I buy fruits, I make offerings to you. I do donation. You must grant me this and that. Okay. The other one is, why am I making this offering? Why am I doing this practice? Why am I this? The thing starts with a why, and the continuation of it is understanding, and then you get a result. Not a matter of making offering and then I pray and then I'm waiting for the gods or the Buddhas or the Bodhisattvas to give me what I want. So one has the one with the mindset of an agriculturist is really very special, because he would know when to soak the seeds, when to sow the seeds, understanding the weather pattern, right? The rain, right? And then like the original vegetables actually tasted very terrible, you know. Do you know vegetables, or whatever vegetables we eat now, are all crossbred? All the vegetables we eat now are all crossbred. Right? And why do worms and animals like to eat our vegetables? It's because they taste good. It's just simply because they taste good. Right? But if all of these can be found in the wild, then you will realize all the animals wouldn't be coming out to the humans and everything to eat our things, whatever we are growing. They would be eating everything in the forest. Because if we go into the forest, if you really go and eat, most of these wild plants are poisonous. Why? Because the plants also want to protect themselves. Right? Even the plant have self-cherishing nature. Right? But the agriculturalists, having a bodhisattva's heart to let people to have better food, better this, better that. I give you a very good example, which personally I praise. Right? There's this agriculturist who recently passed away in China. Right? He He passed away 90 over years old. I forgot his name now. Huh? I don't know. I can't remember. Right? What's the most important thing he did? He grew up the time when China was really, really so poor, and people had to eat roots and bark and everything, right? And so why? Because there was famine, and then there's flooding from the sea and everything, cannot grow anything. And so he saw this, and he spent his whole life as a botanist, as an agriculturist, you know, to do what? Saltwater resistant rice. You know, the paddy plant, right? And it can grow to 2 meter tall. Grows to 2 meter tall. Even the ground is not very fertile. Even if it's flooded by seawater, right, it still can grow. Why? Because he said he didn't want to see that people suffering from starvation anymore. And that is a great heart of a bodhisattva, right? Yeah. He is only the heart of a bodhisattva. This does not mean he's a bodhisattva, right? Okay. Why? Because a bodhisattva definitely must have the thought to attain enlightenment, to wake up, to be able to benefit all sentient beings. That is bodhicitta. Okay, very, very good heart. We say, oh, got the heart of a bodhisattva. And the heart of a bodhisattva can only come from one factor. That is sadness and pain. If you have not experienced sadness, if you have not experienced pain and experienced sadness, it's impossible for you to have a heart, the heart of a bodhisattva. Right? That's why the praise, the name of Avalokiteshvara in Chinese is I pay homage, or I seek homage to the greatly compassionate and greatly sad, right? Bodhisattva, Avalokiteshvara, Bodhisattva, Mahasattva. Right? Nan mo da ci da bei guan shi yin pu sa mo he sa. Isn't it? Direct translation. Because Avalokiteshvara have seen, experienced the pain, and has got the heart of sadness, and then he knows that this is really difficult for not just himself but for all beings. And then he would really want to do whatever he can, his own practice, and dedicate for others. Okay? And so, this would have answered the question that the person asked me, whether what I'm doing to build the temple is against what Lord Buddha wanted, right? And so I have answered this question. Whether Lord Buddha allowed for congregation, I also answered this question, right? Why? Because if there was no community, let's don't use the word congregation, we can use the word community. There's no community to support the ordained Sangha, then it's also finished. Buddhism will finish. Right? And so the importance of having, why is it important to have ordained Sangha? Right? Is because they are the ones who are keeping the vows. And to ordain new Sangha, they would need to have 4 fully ordained bhikshu. Right? At least 4 fully ordained bhikshu go and they will do recitation of the entire vows and everything, go through the full ceremony to hand over, right, the vows to the next monk or to the next monk, right? And so this is the tradition, okay? And so why, like I did say before, I did say during the Vesak time, I said, how come there's a lot of chanting in Buddhism? It's because up to my parents are educated, but my grandparents are not. When my grandmother writes me a note, right, to tell me what to eat, she draws little pictures because she cannot. My grandmother cannot write. She can only write number. All right, and then if she wants to draw, if this is fish, she draw a fish. If this is chicken, she draw a chicken, right? And that's all. This is my communication. My grandmother, her cartoon drawing, right? And so my grandparents, my grandmother, father side, my paternal grandmother is not educated. The one, but the rest of my grandparents, they are educated. But a lot of people of their generation are not educated at all, right? And so in the past, if you realize, what I realized was, educated old people versus uneducated old people. Uneducated old people have perfect memory. Because they know they cannot read, they know they cannot write, and therefore they put their effort in memorizing everything. And so, through the thousands of years, what happened is that the monks will sit together, the senior ones sit in front, on top, and then the junior ones face them, and then they go through chanting every day, and then so it becomes ingrained into their mind stream. And so that after so many years of going through all this, then what happened is it would become the situation that they also would have memorized. Just like for many of you have already memorized the Dharani of Great Compassion, the Heart Sutra, right? Even if you close your eyes, you can recite by memory. Whether you know the meaning or not, it doesn't matter, right? You can recite many long mantras. For example, even Vajrasattva mantra is long, right? And so also you can memorize. So the main thing is that the people of the past, many of the monks who were not educated, at the beginning not educated, later on after they memorize, then they start to learn to read and write. Okay? Yeah. So that's why it's the same situation you see in Nepal and Tibet and India, right? Many of the children who are very poor, families who are very poor, they send their children to become monks and nuns. Right? But over here in the outside world, you already probably will have lived a lay person's life, okay, and then you decide to become a monk and nun. So it's different, right? Over there is the monastery is like a boarding school. Okay, monastery is like a boarding school. So outside it's totally different case. And so, why is it important to build a temple? Only now, I guess, probably there is, the word temple is only a convenient English word to use for Buddhism. So we would just use the word temple. So it is said, for the Dharma to flourish, there must be a place that protect from the weather, from the weather, okay, which means protect from the elements of earth, water, fire, and air. Okay, so many people in the past always ask me, protect from air? Okay, so I say protect from air means protect from wind, the wind element, right? You also need to protect yourself from your own wind element, right? Ki tao hong, lung, right? So when you got hurricane, you got a storm, right? And then suddenly the winds come, right? And then also there is a rain, right? And then there's a heat, strong heat, and then flooding, water, right? So in this place where you are protected from the four elements, where it supports where there are tree supports. So what are the tree supports? The tree support is the place where there is the form body of the Buddha, historical Buddha, Buddha Shakyamuni, at least. Okay? And then there is the support of the Dhamma text. That's why we have this here. Definitely in temple must have the entire teaching of Lord Buddha. It's all there. Right? Buddha spent 40 over years, right, to teach. Right? And so, and there must, and in this place as also should have the ordained Sangha to live there, practice there, serve there. Okay? And so, then this is a place of the tree support. So these days, if we really look, there are not many places with the tree supports. Most places only have the two support. Right? They go to a place where there's a temple, and then they go there to pray, to make wishes, to ask for divination, to fulfill their own hope and dreams. Right? Then, like I said, most people go to the temples to pray with the mindset of a beggar. Okay? Some people go with a mindset of a trader. Okay? I go down there, I make offering, this and that. Oh, I make a good offering. Which is the best one, good one I offer? Well, the name must be up and then everything. Everybody can see their name and this and that. Okay? Some, very rarely, people go down there with the mindset of a agriculturist. Yeah, agriculturist. Okay? And very little go with the mindset of a botanist. Right? That they can work and to improve the quality of the crops. Okay? So this is very, very important. The type of people. So as a Buddhist, practicing Buddhist, what should we do? Okay? We should accept them all the same. Whether they come as agriculturists, they come as trader, or they come as beggar. Why? Why? This is the reason why. Even though we are teaching everybody to become a botanist and agriculturist, why must we accept everybody else? Because we have taken the vow, right, to serve. We've taken the vow to serve all beings, to be of service, and that is beyond just giving them what they want, but giving them the light. Okay? That is why this temple, or the place and the temples are very important when they have the three supports. It's very important. It's not just a place where they only have the two support, have Buddha statues and everything, and then and put the Dhamma text. Sometimes also don't have the second support, only have statues of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, and people just go and pray and pray and pray. Right? And go back and back and back, or go and wish and wish and wish, hope and hope and hope, and then make many offerings, put their names everywhere. Right? And so, please, everybody should now know and now should understand what is the difference between a Buddhist, a fully qualified Buddhist temple. It's a place with the three supports, right? Not just a shrine where a building where they put some Bodhisattva or Buddhas, and then everybody just go and pray, or some with the two supports with the Dhamma text. Must have the three supports. Okay? Understand now? So why need to build is because it is said in those texts. So anyway, I will be putting up a board to explain why the benefit of building temple, rebuild or rebuild the temple, because it's important for people to know, right? And for us, where our mind and our life is very much like the wind and water element. Okay? Our body is the earth element. Our heart, the pumping heart, has the fire element. Okay? The wind and water element is by breath. Okay? The water element is the blood. Okay? And the phlegm and the bowel and the body, on the body fluids. But what is also interpreted as, okay, when we are angry, or when we think and when we feel, things are not, because we are all very self-righteous people. Okay? If you think about it, if we reflect about it, what is the difference between, let's don't say other bodhisattva. There are 8 great bodhisattvas here. Okay? So let's just use Kuan Yin. Okay? What is the difference between Kuan Yin, which is Avalokiteshvara or Chenrezig, okay, versus an ordinary person? Okay? Let's just say the most righteous person is the judge. Okay? Let's just say the most righteous person is the judge. Okay? Would you, if you have anything, would you tell the judge or tell the police, or would you tell to Avalokiteshvara? Tell to Kuan Yin? You tell the judge, tell police, or tell Kuan Yin? Huh? Kuan Yin. Why? Because based on normal human behavior, there must be, in their belief, a right and wrong. Okay? And based on a bodhisattva heart, there must be a realization that all beings are suffering from pain and confusion. So if you realize one thing, teenagers or children from 10 years old to early 20s, they're very, very, very easily angry and self-righteous, correct? Huh? Everything must do like this, must be like this, must be like that, correct or not? Right? Where did this come from? Huh? Oh, from the parents. Because probably the parents had them when they were 20 over years old, right? And so the parents also very righteous according to their grandparents or the great grandparents, right? Oh, you must behave like that, you must behave like that, you must be this, must be that, must be that. Why? Don't know, but must be. Why? Because everybody say this is the right way to behave. Isn't it? We all gone through all this same shit. Whether it's right or wrong, they also don't know, no? Right? And so everybody started growing up angry. And then you will realize, the older these people become, the more mellow they go. Why? They start to realize, actually everybody also go through the same shit. Right? Correct? No? Yeah. That's why when people are young, some people say, oh, this person or did this, did that, oh, that person that this that person did, all kind of stories. But as they grow old, like that, no. Maybe he's not happy. Maybe she's not happy. Maybe he's sad. Maybe she's sad. That's why like that. Who don't want some kind of something that will make them feel better? Correct, right? So there's no definitive right or wrong, but the situation stays the same, but our mind is the one that changes, like the breath and the water. So you will know, those people, even if they grow old, but are always very easily angry and everything, means what? Their mind is still stuck at the teenager level. And so this is what in the sutra says, those who are young and those who are old. Okay? Those who are young, it means not age young, but mind is young. And those who are old, it's not age old, but a practice or the result from practice from previous life. So you will see some children born, their behavior, their thinking, their everything is not like a small child. Right? Some children just different from other children. Alright? Because of previous karma. And those children with extreme emotions, very, very possible they died young in the previous life. In the previous life, they died young. Also, there's a possibility of previous incarnation where they come from God realm, Yaksha realm, human realm, hell realm, animal realm, ghost realm, right? Also, then you have to see. It's different. Everybody will have every child or even later on as adult, they have a different characteristics. Okay, and also physical look and manifestation, totally very different. Totally very, very different. Okay, and so when you build, so our mind and emotion is not stable. Mind and emotion is not stable. One of the best way is that we are co-investing with all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, okay? Where there's Sangha, there's Buddha, there's Dharma, there's Sangha. We offer physical things, all right? Like in the past, of course, people will offer bricks, offer money, offer windows, offer wood, and everybody will build it up today, build it up at that time, right? Of course, now modern building and government laws and everything, we don't have this kind of land, and we are also not allowed to build anything, any structure according to our whim and fancy, right? So we can only offer money and building materials according to the architect and according to the engineer, according to law. Right? And so why do we offer? It's because these artifacts, these physical materials are the ones that are stable, that are the ones that support the tree supports. Okay? And they continuously, like a Wi-Fi router, okay, continuously help our loved ones and those who register their name and everything, so on and so forth, right, to accumulate merit even throughout our life. Even when our mind is up and down, it still accumulate merit. Okay? It's like if you have a cup of milk and you go to the sea and pour it into the sea. Even if there's a hurricane or anything, the compounds of that cup, that milk is inside there. No matter what, it will never be lost. No matter what, it will never be lost. It will already be there. Okay? So the whole idea is everybody put in effort together with the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. The whole thing is understanding mutual support and mutual investment. Okay? Right? We invest in the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas because their merit, their love, their teaching continuously expand, never regress, continuously expand. That's why it's important to build a temple. That's why it's important to print the Dhamma text. Of course, these days, many things become digital, right? But I don't know for you, but for me, I still prefer to read from book. I still prefer to read from book. Yeah. I feel for my eyes, it's very, very drying and very tiring, right? And so, but even if it's digital, you still need to do computer work and everything to make sure the text is right. Okay? So this is the thing that I'm talking about. Why do we need to create statues of Buddhas? Okay? Because the Buddha did say, right? Anybody who make an offering, or anybody who make an offering before the statue of the Buddhas is the same as making offering to me. Okay? Buddha himself said that. Okay? He himself said that. And so for us, we don't have the good karma to make the actual food offering where Buddha put in his mouth. Okay? So, and so this is the only way. And, you know, as accordingly to about the putting the food in Buddha's mouth, there was one time where Devadatta caused a great disruption, right? Or I think all his disciples, Devadatta took away all the Buddha's disciples, only left four. Only left four. And so Ananda asked Lord Buddha, you are the one who speak the truth and everything, and yet this unfortunate thing happened, right? And so what to do, you know? And so Lord Buddha taught, right, that to build a stupa, the reconciliation stupa, once that stupa was built, right, everybody seems to wake up from their delusion, right? The delusion about the wrong view against one's guru. Okay, so that is because that is the wrong view against guru. Even Shakyamuni Buddha's time, right? It is not the it's not the guru side. It is the student side. It is the disciple side. Even if they are monks and even if they are nuns. So during that time, it was very difficult because Ananda was crying. They said that nobody offered food to the Buddha, you know, and Ananda there, you know, and only left four, right? And so it was a difficult place, difficult time, right? And then I think this person who cared for the horse said that he himself also no food. He also eat the horse food. Right, and so there's they boil all kinds of things and then to feed the horses, right? So they offered this to the Buddha, and so Ananda cried, say, "You're the world honored one, but you end up eating the horse food." And Buddha said, "Do not feel sad because the Buddha does not being awakened, the Buddha does not receive anything that is bad. Because it is the merit of the Buddha. Whatever he received is good." And so Ananda have doubt, you know, because Ananda eat the same horse mash. Let's call it the horse mash. There are beans, whatever, broken down, whatever, these things, hay, everything is there. It's the horse mash food, right? And Ananda look at Buddha in disbelief, in utter disbelief. This thing is really not tasty. Probably healthy, but definitely not tasty. And so Buddha said, you know, if you don't believe me, and so this is my food, right? So Buddha took this, he bite the bean, half. So the other remaining is from the Buddha's mouth, right? He put into Ananda's mouth, and Ananda's mind was blown. He has never tasted anything so tasty and fulfilling before. The word is, right, 100 tastes, 100 flavors, 100 texture, and very fulfilling. And so Buddha did this to Ananda and said to Ananda, this is the proof. It is the perfection of the merit of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas that whatever they receive is always perfect. Even physically is not perfect, it will be perfect. That's why when we make the Toma offerings and this and everything, right, we always recite the transformational mantras. These were taught by the Buddha himself. That all beings, you know, you want to give a present even to your friend, and you do not know whether your friend will like it or not, right? You recite the mantra, Nama Samatadakada Avalukada Sambara Sambara Hong 7 times, you snap your finger, bro, and it becomes blessed, purified, transformed, and blessed. And the person who received this present from you, you know, they will be able to use it in whatever way that they can like, or the way they enjoy it. Okay, so these are things that are really in the worldly sense for us is unbelievable, and therefore Ananda finally understood the merit of the Buddha is really beyond and beyond human comprehension. Okay, it's beyond and beyond. Right. So sometimes you recite the sutras, right? You will also understand that the sutras have words that are always repeated 2 times, right? Gate gate, parasam gate, keep on repeating and repeating. Why? Because it is beyond and beyond. Okay, human understanding is not just 1 time, but twice. Okay, so therefore, it is great merit. It is great merit to when there's opportunity to rebuild or to build stupas, print Dhamma texts, build temples that house the 3 supports. This is extremely, we say, you know, how Chara Rinpoche express, you know. Chara Rinpoche expresses, oh, this is good chance. This is good opportunity. He said, ho, this good chance. This is my opportunity I can accumulate merit. Ordinary person, I donate already, what? Still have to donate, meh? Right? Ordinary person, I donate already, what? Still have to donate? How come always fundraising one? Right? How come you still shitting? I thought you shit already. How come you still eating? You ate already. Right? You understand? So, this is the internal capacity of a great bodhisattva versus the capacity of an ordinary person is, I already did. Yeah, because a bodhisattva, mahasattva, does not see things in this one lifetime. Their time is beyond this lifetime. They see the result. They see that certain action can lead to great result. Great and greater result in future lifetime. Where's the proof? The proof is this. If you realize, even in the Medicine Buddha Sutra, Buddha said, oh, those people who are suffering right now, who are dumb, who are blind, who are deaf, who are this, who are that, right? If you recite this and if you do this, right, in the future life, they will be this, they will be this, they will be this, they will be that, they will be that, they will be that, isn't it? Right? Many sutras, Buddha did say that. Why? It's because Lord Buddha himself already telling us this beyond the time is beyond just this one lifetime only. Now, you are born with this private limited body. Some people have private limited bodies, right? Some people have perfect human body. Like private limited body can even be, or you're born with a handicap, can also be you are born with diabetes or this and that, right? But that's just the private limited part. It does not mean the rest of your life is useless or wasted, right? You still can do whatever according to the best of the capability. Okay, so this is important for everyone to understand. It's not just a matter of oh, I'm doing this. Like personally, there's sometimes people ask me some questions that are not easy to answer at all. For example, family member is very ill. Maybe some are fourth stage cancer, some fell off the bed and got very sick and got coma, got stroke, got this, got heart attack and this and that, and they come and ask. And the thing is that it's difficult for me to ask, what result do you want? You see, there are many people who come and wish for a miracle, touch miracle, someone who is like this. There, of course, Lord Buddha did manifest miracle to some of you, right? Some of you got stroke, some of your father fall down and everything and this and that, and today still alive, and some recover, right? And this and that. And so, there are miracles. There are miracles. Right? But for those who are already very, very, very sick, is the expectation for them to fully recover? Or some people ask to do puja, and then I say, I always would like to tell them, say, by the great merit of the result of this puja, this person may pass away very quickly, because if you're always staying in a let's say you are used to staying in a slum, right? To move to a bungalow, you will have to give up the land that your slum house is on. Then they will give you the bungalow. But, it is something that is very in plain sight. Give up the land and go to the bungalow. But there is something else, Those in the slum, my grandmother lived here. I had my childhood memories. I have this, I have that. Oh, everything, life was difficult then. We struggled so much, but there was family warmth. There's this and that, this and that, this and that, this and that. Remember, what did you learn from your life? Or is life dragging you down? What is the purpose of Dharma practice? What is the purpose of learning the Dharma? Is what you can learn from your life. What you can learn from the past. Your past. We don't need to talk about other people's story. What did you learn from it? Because it will be very agreeable. Oh, my grandmother did. Oh, this is where my grandfather did that. Oh, this is what, this and that. And then therefore, you give me, I don't need that because this is where everything is. What did you learn? You have the poor people mindset of being attached, being brought down, being tied down, being this and that. Because you don't want, because you don't know how, because you this and that. Therefore, you refuse to evolve. Sometimes, the death of the current physical body may result in a greater divine body, but we cannot see. Because we are too engrossed in what if this, what if that, then my thing how? My thing how? All my things how? All my memories how? Think about it, nah? If you don't practice all this when you're alive, when you're going to die, you cannot. You are going to suffer. The other day, you all know Uncle Kun, right? Uncle Kun came to me and said, oh, Sifu, I got cancer. I said, yeah, he got cancer and this and that. So he said, oh, now I better start settling away all my things already. He said, I want to settle all my things, because if not, then my children or whoever, they are mouth Buddhists, but they're not practicing Buddhists. And then he was saying that, he wanted to say, oh, my life is my decision to practice. Then he was thinking, say, oh, maybe it was good that he tell me, say that, oh, upon thinking with and then reflecting with wisdom, he said, I better not say that, because ordinary people who don't have wisdom and merit, they would just say that, oh, you have become severely brainwashed by Dharma, and that, and this and that and this and that and this and that. So then he thought that, okay, he said, okay, if my children want me to go for operation, I go for operation. But his lifelong wish was to go to Wu Tai San. His lifelong wish. Now he can't go. So I said, doesn't matter, maybe after your operation you recover, then you can go. I said, don't think so much, let's take things one step at a time. Isn't it? So for those of you who know him, please pray for him. Right? And so you see, everything is about, how to start to let go, and you start to prepare for the next journey. Prepare yourself for anything, anytime. That is the best. Right? I make it a habit to tell the children, tell the students and everything, the youths, whoever said, no, whatever you want to ask, whatever you want to learn, better ask now, better learn now, because who knows when tomorrow comes first or next life comes first. Nobody can say, I'm definitely going to live till so on and so forth. Can live to 100, right? Joshua Tan always say, oh, live to 100, live to 100. Who knows, right? I wouldn't want to, let's say, if somebody gets a stroke at 50 years old and then live the next 50 years lying on a bed and as a vegetable, it's terrible, isn't it? Right? It's terrible. Right? So therefore, we must all start from being responsible with our own body, our own speech, our own mind from now. And don't think that, I'm still young, it won't happen to me. A good example, we all should pray for also Anuka. Right? She went for a company event to play the go-kart, right? And then there was a crash, and she's in the doctor, I think hospital, or whiplash, whole body pain and a neck pain and headache, right? And so, like I said, a seemingly fun event, company event, right? Go and play go-kart, this and that, and it's equivalent to a car accident, It's equivalent to a car accident, right? So many things. Who knows? Nobody knows. Right? There's no way to have 100% precaution against external environment, but definitely there's 100% precaution against negative emotions and mind within our own mind, within ourselves. And so that's the most important, and that's the most important thing, right? And like what Lama Soparamuje and Lama Kunchuk said to me, the most important thing about cultivating the Dharma is to make, it's like mixing making pap, right? The Tibetan champa. They put tea, they put butter, they put tea and butter, some put sugar, some put honey, but the whole thing is still, you have to mix it all up perfectly into like a dough, a cooked dough. It's cooked flour with tea or water or juice or whatever, you know, and then you mix it into a round ball in a bowl, and then you eat. The whole idea is to blend ourselves. Our mind is very dry, like the champa. When the wind blow this way, it will fly this way. Wind blow that way, it will fly that way, right? Our body is very heavy, like the champa. When we sit down, we don't feel like moving. Want to get up, want to move, very difficult. So want to accumulate merit, do anything that's meritorious, we don't want to move, right? We, as like the champa, right? When you keep, is very afraid of water. So don't like moisture, don't like water, because the whole thing can just spoil, become moldy, everything, right? And then you also, when you're preparing the champa, right, when you're toasting the barley, right, on open fire, on the pan, it cannot be too over roasted or become bitter. So again, you know, earth, water, fire, and air, right? Everything is one thing. And then after that, when the champa is taken and put in a bowl, and then they put other things. Put the butter, put the liquid, put the water and everything, and then slowly to make into a ball, right? It becomes pop, right? And then they eat. Right? The idea is we ourselves, like the champa, must be accepting to be eaten, to be used, to be moved, to accept the water, to accept the butter, to accept the sugar, to accept the honey, right? And then it must be made pliable and soft. Too dry cannot. Too soft cannot, right? To make it pliable and soft and be very easy to eat for everybody. Right? So this is the idea of how we should transform our body, speech and mind to be able to be of service for to be of service for all beings. And the whole idea and purpose to be of service is not to be a servant, you know. Because many people would like to bully servants, right? Many people like to bully servants. The whole idea is not to be a servant. Many people think that, oh, to serve, to serve and this and that. But actually, it's not. It's actually in the morning refuge and bodhicitta prayer is to lead all beings to enlightenment, to serve, okay, to learn to serve and learn to serve is the very root foundation of a leader. The leader must lead with the heart of service and not have the heart of a businessman. I do this so that I can get this. I do that so that I can get that. Business person is not a leader. Business-mindedness is not a natural leader. A natural leader is a spiritual person, okay? Spiritual person with the mind to serve, okay? And to be able to lead at the same time. So lead by serving, not lead by bossing around. Okay? So this is my teaching for today. Yeah, any other question?
Thank you, Rinpoche. So we do have some questions online, but first on the ground, anybody has any questions? Okay, if not, we'll start with online questions. So first one is, why cultivate bodhicitta? What is the purpose of cultivating the aspiration to help all beings when the only person you can help is yourself?
Of course, the only person you can help is yourself. Why cultivate bodhicitta? Because if you first cannot help yourself, who can see the change in you? Who dares to listen to your advice and your words? Who dares to be in your company? If you don't digest and you're always bloated and farting all the time, who wants to be your friend? Nobody wants to smell your fart. Right? Yeah. So I can be direct like this too, you know. What's the purpose of this? What's the purpose of that? Then this is the purpose. Nobody wants to smell your farts. You will be as welcome as a fart in the lift. Right? So if you don't cultivate bodhicitta and you don't first be the one that benefit from your own bodhicitta prayer and your own bodhisattva practice, people will think that, people will not just think, but people will just, and people are not stupid, people can feel whether you are a genuine practitioner or not. Right? If you really have the heart of a bodhisattva with bodhicitta and renunciation, and you know the wisdom beings that holds that sees the emptiness of phenomena, then you are the excellent being. That's my answer. Any other question?
Thank you, Rinpoche. Question 2 is, how would you advise a Dharma practitioner with a strong self-cherishing mindset?
I have no advice. You already said he has a strong self-cherishing mindset. How to advise? Accumulate merit, I would say. Because the person can have very strong self-cherishing mind, but that person may not reject accumulating merit. Like I said, without merit, one cannot have wisdom. Why does one have a strong self-cherishing mind? Because one does not have wisdom. And how does one have wisdom? One needs to accumulate merit. That means one needs to be able to have merit to be able to digest. Okay? I give you a very simple example. People who are poor, focus very much on rituals and ceremonies and rights and wrongs. That's why if you have relatives, and some relatives who are poorer, if you don't greet them, they are very angry, you know. Right? They get very angry. Why never greet me? Why? Because I'm poor, is it? And this and that. So all these things, all this kind of behavior is because they are poor, and so therefore they demand, and they will give respect and they will demand respect. Okay? And the other person who is wealthier, who is everything, you know, life is much better and everything. For them, everything is, never mind, it's okay, doesn't matter. Why? Because life is much more comfortable for them. Okay? Because he will also think that I'm responsible for my own mind. You want to greet me, greet, don't greet them. It doesn't hurt me. What? It's only that person, he or herself. True? Is what I say true or not? You think. Poor mindset person focus very much on the rights and the wrongs and the ceremonies and the rituals. Must do like this, must do like that, and this and that. So are you the wealthy, are you the progress mind, or are you the poor mind? You have to ask yourself. Right? The poor-minded person may not be, is not, what I say wealthy, it not necessarily means financially wealthy, you know. Okay? The poor-minded person live their life guided by fear. A wealthy person, a progress mind, live their life guided by the attitude of an agriculturist or a botanist. How to make things better. But a person who has a poor mindset is everything is guided by fear. So therefore they lead by fear. They ask everybody to do everything. Oh, you don't do like that. Oh, you're wrong. They scold people, make everybody scared, make everybody frightened, and this and that. This is a poor mindset person. And it's true, even monks and nuns have poor mindset. Even many practitioners, many Buddhists have poor mindset. Right? I give you a good example. Would be, I'm sure you all heard of this before. I did say, if somebody asks, can I smoke when I'm praying? Or turn the other way around. Can I pray when I'm smoking? Hey, same, you know. Right? Right? But it changes the thing altogether, you know. When I'm praying, can I smoke? Or when I'm smoking, can I pray? The main thing is pray. But the action clouds everything else. Smoking. So why are we always kinder to people who do bad things? And you are always bullying those people who are doing the good things. Those who come to temple to help and this and that, then after they do something wrong, you do like that, okay, don't come. How will you also don't come? Stop it! If those of you who still do like that, better stop it, or you get personal interview by me. And all you better do one thing, better spill the beans about each other. Oh, this person do like that, the person like that. You think I'm so free to do that? Right? You better think about it yourself. Right? Oh, they say, you do that, this is the wrong way, you die, bad luck, bad karma, this and that, you know. It's like somebody took a picture and show me, you know. Is it okay, why this person do this? Is it okay they do like this? Why, you know, somebody lit 3 cigarettes and put in the incense burner. Why, what is the funny part? Come, I'm interested to listen. I'm not here to judge you. Yeah, interesting, yeah, and what else? Huh? Oh, 监狱风云啊 I don't know 我没有看过我没看过 Okay. If you have no incense, can you use cigarette for incense? Can or not? Huh? Toilet paper also can become incense, huh? Okay? So if that person, so what's wrong with the person lighting a cigarette as an incense? The other question is, I wanted to ask, but I just say ignore it. Why? Because I know this person is still at the level of right and wrong, which is very tiring for me. Okay? Why don't you think maybe I'm the son? I come and on my father's death anniversary, my father used to like to smoke this 555 cigarette or Camel brand cigarette. I like the cigarette. Papa, this cigarette for you. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that, right? And the people who do these things, then just let people fulfill their own heart. Fulfill their own heart. Maybe he was not a filial child, or maybe he was so on and so forth, this and that. So what's so funny? If he wants to light a cigarette, even if you want to light a whole box, a whole pack of cigarettes, let him light. We all know there's a reincarnation, right? It is ridiculous to burn paper clothes for the dead, right? But the person want to burn. Why stop him? Why stop her? It's like now you reincarnated already, you know, and then your family from a previous life burn paper. I don't know what they burn. Maybe come with some. Huh? They must be more outrageous, maybe. Huh? I know. The other day I saw. I think I was I was laughing and telling Hui Jin about it. I said, you know, I saw people selling paper bra, there's a lingerie set, and then dress, non-ya dress, and this and that, you know. I was telling I think I was telling Hui Jin or Joanne or something. I said, and then Gompo was there. Gompo, we are all laughing and said, die already, still need to wear me. Right? So imagine your child, like your child still young, 2 years old, 3 years old, suddenly wake up with prints from their clothes from their previous life, family, burn them, fake LV bag, and everything, you know, and then the child wake up with all these things. Scary, right? Right? So, you know, the burning of this kind of thing actually won't help the dead. Honestly, it will help the living, and it will help them to make a reconciliation for themselves. And is that wrong? It's not wrong. Just don't overdo it. Don't overdo it. Right? My father, you know, before my father died, my father said this to me. Oh, next time after I die, you don't need to burn anything for me. All these things are no use one. I say, oh, good. I save money. And he said, you just burn me one telecom building. Just burn me one telecom building and burn me one airport. Can already. Yeah, my father said that to me, and I said, wow, you're very clever, you old man. Huh? Burn one telecom building. He said, everybody burning a mobile phone, right? And if you have no telecom, it doesn't work, right? Then he said, so everybody burning aeroplane. So no airport also don't work. So that I even asked my father, how you want your airport tower to look like Changi Airport, is it? Yeah. Just for the fun of it, I want to tell you, I did do it, you know. I took a photo of the telecom building. Of course, I changed the logo. Right? Then I showed him and said, nah. Before you die, I burn for you first. This is a very bad son. I'm telling you, this very, very bad son. Before, he was still alive, and I say, oh, then I say now, you know, or I write your name, your birthday, this and that, and I say, so this definitely for you. Then put the Buddha stamp. I even stamp there, sir. This one you already have there already. So I say, you're crazy. I told him, yeah, die. Make money out of dead people. I say, you really make money out of dead people. Yeah. Yeah, but it's funny to have this kind of conversations. Why? Because we can take impermanence in our daily life. We can foresee something that is definitely going to happen, which is death of this current body. Okay, so this is about the cigarette case, and this is about the this and that, and so that's my explanation. Okay, that's all. Yeah.
Thank you, Rinpoche. 2 more questions. Is there any prayer we can do, especially when we pray when money is needed but it's not an abundant resource? Pardon the English, I think the person is trying to ask, is there any prayer that we can do when we pray, especially when money is a needed resource but it's not in abundance yet?
You know, in life, I want to ask you something. You don't need to answer, but you just raise your hand if you agree with me, okay? So we can see. In life, those who want love don't get love. Those who want money don't get money. Those who want attention don't get attention. Right? It's because why do they want? Because they don't have, so therefore they keep on wanting. They are stuck in a state of wanting and not progress to the state of giving. Not progress to the state of creating the cause for it, like an agriculturist. Just at the state of begging and not creating the cause for this wealth, for money, for love, for this, for that. That's why children, whether they behave or misbehave, they just want to do it to get attention. Attention seeking. Right? It's not just children, adult also. Okay? And so therefore, is there any prayer? The best prayer is you have to go and do some self-reflection. And only you can do it for yourself, nobody can do it for you. Because even if you find a hypnotherapist, a psychologist, or this and that, the person can only guide you to do it. You still have to face yourself. Okay? So, first, to have abundant resources of wealth, you need to be generous. And one thing, money likes people who smile and laugh a lot. They don't like people who pull a black face, long face, or power face. Even they got money, they're going to lose it. So first thing is, have the generosity to give us a free smile. Have a generosity to give free hugs, free smile. Have a generosity to be there to just sit down with people, and not give advice. That is a generosity, not give advice. Most of us already know what to do. We don't want to be told what to do. We just don't know how to do, right? Correct or not? Hello? Not true? True? We all know what to do. We just don't know how to go about doing it. It's just like we all know we have to raise $13 million to tear down, rebuild this temple, move somewhere else, renovate, then move there. Then after that, after 2-3 years when this building is done, then we have to reinstate the place. All this is money. And all this is money. We still have to raise another almost 10 million. Right? But we all know, but everybody is just waiting for everybody. And everybody really needs to get our act together and come together like making the champa. Everybody do together, then it will happen quickly. So the main thing is Lord Buddha's teaching is about togetherness. Do together. And not, I did already, I donated already. That's the thing about each and every one of us. If you are poor, it's because you have this poor mindset. You continuously to become poor. So who are the people that will continue to become poor? Those who are very self-righteous, those who think that things must do like this, like this, like that, like that. Those who are power freak. Okay? Is it, how to say? Power. Huh? What? A control freak, not power freak. Control freaks, yeah? Control freak, power freak, name freak, right? And then it's very difficult for them to hold wealth together. Even if super rich family, the money reach to them, the wealth will leak away. Because wealth first come from your face. Your face is a manifestation of the energy of your heart. Okay? Yeah. So praying itself is no use. Why? Because there are many billionaires who have no religion. So don't make use of religion to become rich. Okay? Last question.
Thank you very much. To your kindness, can we have one more? Because there's another incoming. So 2 questions more. First one is, so can we just recite the mantra only?
What's the point? That's like playing now no more cassette tape. I almost said cassette tape, It's just like repeating Spotify. Right, Spotify, right? It's not Spotify and what else? Huh? Apple what? Apple Music. Oh. You all must teach me Apple Music. I don't know, yeah? Yeah. What? What Nila say? Oh. Okay. So just recite mantra on this. It was so easy, Prince Siddhartha recite mantra, he become Buddha. Okay? It's not a matter of mantra recitation. Correct, Geshila? Recite mantra can? Just recite mantra can? Huh? Okay? Just recite mantra? Cannot lah. If can, my hair turn blue already. Okay? Oh my God.
Thank you very much. Last question is, how do we prepare for the moment of death in terms of practice-wise, especially when we're not sure whether there's a next life?
Why do you prepare a toilet in your house? You're not sure what you eat is going to shit, what? You're not sure whether there's a next life? Then at least you prepare for death. Are you going to die when if something happen? Let's say you are walking and you got shot in the back. What will you do? Call for help. You're going to die already and still call for help. Duh. Somebody told me, say, I will turn around and see who shot me. I said, what the purpose you see? I got struck by lightning before, right? You guys know, right? I got struck by lightning holding the umbrella, right? Right. I said, if that's the case, when I was holding the umbrella, I got struck by lightning and turned up and look at the sky. Why you strike me now? Enjoy the last moment. Yeah. When I got struck by lightning, I was the Ani children was there, right? You were beside me or behind me? Behind, yeah. The electricity just went through my body, yeah, holding the umbrella. The first thing I thought is, oh, now the time has come to die. Then first thing I prayed to my guru, at that time I prayed to my guru and I did my preparation for death. Then I realized, haven't died, still can breathe. Yeah, got some burnt hair smell, but then I realized I didn't die. Lucky. I thought, oh. If not in Malacca that time, bye-bye. And then somebody said that, maybe you must have a mobile phone in your pocket. I said, no, I don't have. I think if I have, I'll probably die. The phone would have exploded. Possibly. Yeah. So that is the honest question. If you do not know that, or you don't believe there's a next life, this and that, certain thing you don't need to believe or don't believe, you know. If you know you're going to eat, are you going to go to the hawker center or restaurant or learn how to cook? You know, yeah. After you eat, are you? There's no certainty that you know what you're going to eat is going to shit. You know, it may just end up stuck inside.
So forgiving. So it's thought that it's good to see everyone as Buddha and everyone as Pure Land. So that day I was walking through this hour, then passed by the very smelly dustbin. Then I thought about the Tibet toilet also. In this kind of situation, how do we see things as Pure Land?
Then you see as what did you learn from it?
Okay. So
everything is pure because you see that the lessons you can learn from the physical samsaric place is really no perfection.
So is it because my mind somewhere somehow programmed that is smelly, so it's smelly. So is it what we are supposed to learn from that?
I think no need to think so much. Smelly lah.
No, because so this is true
because hungry eat, tired sleep, smelly then is not smelly. Not smelly is smelly. Then what?
Okay, because something had happened interestingly at home. I was having an argument with my son, and then I was realizing my mind was struggling with him. But the moment I let go, I said that maybe there's a Buddha nature in him. Maybe I should appreciate him, even though he's rude to me. And the interesting thing, he also changed immediately. And the next thing, then I said I love him, he loved me. So I think I feel that maybe it's true. If when we see everything as beautiful and nice, it will respond in kind. It's just that at that situation, okay, thank you, sir, is to learn.
Oh, thank you for your lesson.
No, thank you.
Yeah. It's nice sharing. Yeah. So don't argue with your son because he's still a child.
Yes, sir.
Right? There's no point arguing with children. You also see I don't argue with students.
Thanks, sir.
Right? Cuckoo bird will be cuckoo bird. Flamingo will be flamingo. Cuckoo bird because I see Ile here, no? She's the cuckoo bird girl. Yeah, her language got become cuckoo bird, then okay. So, right? So it's like that. Somebody is like that, they are like that. You just so if you're like that, can you still love them? Because, I mean, for myself, my practice and comparison is I try to compare my state of mind with the state of mind of Avalokiteshvara. So I always ask, if this thing happened, what would Kuan Yin do? What would Kuan Yin do? Right? Or how would Kuan Yin respond? How would Kuan Yin think? And these are the things that I ask myself. Okay? Because I give you a good example would be recently in Malacca, a few people came to say to me, they don't dare to become Buddhist because their job, they have to ask people what they want to eat. They are waitressing, okay? and they're in where they work. There's live seafood and then this and that. They say then they don't dare to take refuge. I say take refuge has got nothing to do with the vow of killing. Even you take the vow of not killing, the foundation of the vow is not killing human being. And the idea of, so what if that person does the job? His or her job have to ask, would you want to eat crab? You want to eat clams? You want to eat fish? Well, what do you want to eat? And this and that, Does it make him less of a human being? Does it mean that you can be less compassionate to them? Right? So, I mean, that's my own practice. My own practice is how I think and feel, because I get frustrated also, because there'll be many people who just want to get whatever they want to get, right? And this is it. So does it mean they are less deserving as a human being or as a Buddhist? Okay, so slowly, it will take time. It will take time, like wine, grape juice need time to become wine, like that.
Thank you, sir.
Okay?
Thank you, sir. So what you say got some feeling. Is it be it situation or be it with people? It's just our willingness to accept, and not right or wrong. Because the more we resist, then the more difficult to accept. It's just like going to fish market. If we can let go the smell and just then we can accept. Is it like that?
Let go of the you will just be accept.
Thank you, sir.
When teenage children are naughty and scold and curse and misbehave, does it mean I love them less? Okay? Just let go of the I can accept. Let go of the I just can accept. Just they are like that means they are like that. Right? Like lion, I always say, if a lion can try to eat one cabbage, it's unbelievable. Okay? Yes? Anything you want to ask?
Would you still have space for one more question?
Yeah.
So just now you were talking about the practicing before death when you got struck by lightning. Let's say if someone encounters that type of situation, would the best option be to pray to the guru like you said, or is there any specific instructions to do when you're about to die, or nearing
it depends on what level you are.
As in?
It depends on what level you are. If you are a sutra practitioner, then you pray to Buddha. Okay? You pray to Buddha. If you are a tantric practitioner, you pray to your guru who is inseparable from your idam and yourself. So depends on what level of practitioner you are. Do according to your daily practice, not something out of the ordinary.
So how do they prepare the mind to not be afraid of the death?
You see, I will answer it like going to the toilet to shit. When you shit, you shit. I'm not saying it to make fun of anybody. The truth is, when we shit, we shit. Whether when you got to go, you got to go, I give you a very good, funny thing that happened to me. You know, everybody go to pilgrimage, right? And then go pilgrimage means very holy place, right? I went to an unbelievable holy place to shit, you know. Yeah. When you got to go, you got to go. When I was very young at the time, I went with my gurus and Lama Subara Rinpoche went to Voucher Peak, yeah. On the way up to Voucher Peak, wow, I think I got diarrhea or something like that. It was really bad. So I had to find a cave somewhere. Okay, I also don't know what cave lah. Wow, really, I have to go. I just need to shit means I just need to shit. Later I realize it's some holy cave. Now it happened to me. So when the time to die, when time to come, you cannot be more prepared for it. It's just how, well, you cannot be more ready for it. You just have to be prepared for it. You know, sooner or later, this body will die. How it will die, nobody knows. There are so many high Rinpoches also died by accident, by how many died in the prisons, right? How many died by sicknesses, how many died by so many. So it does not mean that to practice the Dharma means definitely, you know, you have a death that is so-called auspicious death. We don't know how we are going to die. So we need to be prepared by doing our daily commitment, okay? And, you know, something like that happens, okay? Like maybe now you're all meditating and suddenly this thing happened. Okay, are you shocked by it, or are you just, oh, there's sound? Because if you're in the car and then there's a crash, it's also just a bang, right? If the plane crash or explode, it's also just a bang, boom. So the main thing is how we all try to practice step by step daily. On a daily basis. Is like a habit. Make your practice first into a discipline, then it becomes a habit, then it becomes your nature. Then things will work itself out.
Thanks a lot, Rinpoche.
Okay? 好了哈 Good night.
Thank you, Rinpoche. Can we have Anila to lead us in the prayers?
Just short mandala will do.
This ground anointed with perfume, strewn with flowers, adorned with Mount Meru, 4 continents, sun and moon. I offer in visualizations as field Buddhas. May all sentient beings thus enjoy this pure land. May my venerable Guru's life be firm, his might divine actions spread in the 10 directions, and the torch of Losang's teachings, dispelling 3 worlds, beings, darkness, always remain. Homidam Guru Rana Mandala Kamniya Tayami. Long life prayer. In a land encircled by snowy mountains, you're the source of all happiness and good. All powerful Charizik Tezingatsu, please remain until samsara ends. May the teachings of the Buddha flourish, and may those upholding the teachings have long lives. May all transmigratives be well and happy, and may all their temporary and ultimate aims be accomplished. Om Savasti, like the colors like rays that radiate from Ruby Mountain, is busy Amitayu, Lord of everlasting life,
who captivates and one does not tire of seeing,
whose essence is of infinite life, the nectar of immortality. This instantly grant our Guru the city of stable and everlasting life. Your intelligence is skillful in upholding traditions of Buddha, spreading holy Dharma through explanations and practices. In order to lead disciples on the path to liberation, you're the one who is an unquote guide. Please live long and stable life. I request respectfully my precious Holy Guru to enjoy excellent health. I request respectfully my precious Holy Guru to live a long life. I request respectfully my precious Holy Guru to your Dharma activities spread and flourish far and wide. I request respectfully my precious Holy Guru to bless me to be never separated from you. In all my future rebirths, may I never be separated from my perfect Guru. May I enjoy the magnificent Dharma, and by completing the qualities of stages and paths, may I quickly attain the state of Vajradhara. Due to the blessings of the Guru, the three jewels, and especially due to enlightened activities of Mazen Gyalmo, may Singha Tutan Abdul Rinpoche's life be stable and his activities increase. Homage to the assembly of deities who are the source of 100 varieties of preciousness, by knowledge, compassion, and power that liberates from mere seeing and hearing.
On blessing of the
Power of the truth of the assembly of deities, may the lotus of long life, good health, happiness, and prosperity blossoms. Dedication. Due to this merit, may I soon attain the enlightened state of Guru Buddha, that I may be able to liberate all sentient beings from their suffering. May the precious Bodhi mind not yet born rise and grow. May the born have no decline but increase forevermore.
May me te wei te chin chin re me ke me wa mo ja me ya gan chen ge me so je zong ga ba lo san ra me sha la so wa de me me te wei te chin chin re me ke me wa mo ja me ya gan chen ge me so je zong ga ba lo san ra me sha la so wa de me te wei te chin chin re me ke me wa mo ja me ya gan chen ke me so ge zong ga ba lo san ra me sha la so wa de.
3 prostrations, please. And once again, thank you everyone for attending Dharma teachings. So this will be the announcements for the week. So this is the introduction to meditation, which is in both English and Chinese, happening on the 25th of May onwards. There's 4 dates here. It's on Sundays that is happening on site here at 147 Tyree Road on the level 2 classroom. So that's happening 9:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. for these 4 sessions. So this meditation class is with our Dharma brother, Keith Chung, and be prepared to embark on this journey of peace, clarity, and self-discovery. So there's a suggested cost donation here that's contributed to the Dharma Propagation Fund at $20. So do scan this QR code to register. And of course, the long-awaited Orientation 2025, and this is where you begin your Dharma journey with us, Tekchen Choling. It's happening on the 31st of May, on Saturday from 2 to 5 p.m. at Tekchen Choling Main Hall. We are at the number 2 BT Lane. Just in case you have met us at Next, we are at number 2 BT Lane. So if you're new to Buddhism, curious about Tekchen Choling, ready to explore the Dharma, step into a meaningful journey of self-discovery and spiritual growth. So do join us for Orientation 2025 for an inspiring afternoon of learning, connection, as well as community. So scan here to register. And of course, by Geshe Jigme, we will be doing this course that is on how to do prostrations. That's led by Geshe Jigme. Once again, on 21st of June, it's a Saturday from 10 a.m. to 12 noon at the Tekchen Choling Main Hall. So the language of instruction is in English. So if you're curious about prostrations, learn the whys and hows, and if you've ever wondered why Buddhists needs to do prostrations, this is the time to find out, and there is no prior experience that's required. So scan here to register. And of course, this is all in Chinese because it's for Fa Qi Ban. So this is where our Dharma education department there are some requirements like having to have taken refuge, and you have taken up volunteer activities and very willing to be participative in all these activities. So do scan this QR code if you are interested to join us on May 19th for the first class, and it's starting every Monday evening from 8 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. for 20 classes. And it's that time of the year where we connect with Guru Rinpoche, and this year we are heading out to Tikchen Choling, Malaysia in Kota Tinggi. So it's from the 5th to the 6th of July 2025, and this is where Connect with Guru Rinpoche is for everyone to come together, connect with Guru Rinpoche for 2 days, and there will be prayer sessions as well as all these explanation and practice which we will engage with Singha Rinpoche. So do come by, scan this QR code to learn more. This is the information channel that we update our latest information. So do scan and join this Telegram group in order to get updated. And last but not least, so you have heard about the ANA project. We sincerely invite you to make a contribution today in support of our ANA project. Of course, you know, it is all about living this legacy behind for our next generation by donating with a purpose. So we still have the Atisha Stupa plug that is awaiting your sponsorship, alongside with all these fundraising of bricks, cement, sand, and you can scan this QR code to know more. Of course, you know, more than words can ever say this. It's all about preserving and propagating the Buddha Dharma, consecration and preservation of holy objects, the favorable and auspicious rebirths, magnetizing and benefiting others, as well as venerating the holy objects, temple preservation, and the collective merit. So once again, sincerely invite you to make a contribution in support of our ANA project. So we look forward to seeing you here at Tikchen Choling as well. So once again, thank you for listening all the way out to this last announcement. My name is Ilay, and signing off for a great week ahead. See you soon.
Saranam gacchami, dharmam saranam gacchami, sangham saranam gacchami, buddham saranam gacchami, dharmam saranam gacchami, sangham saranam gacchami, buddham saranam gacchami, dharmam saranam gacchami, sangham saranam gacchami. Buddham saranam gacchami, dharmam saranam gacchami, sangham saranam gacchami, buddham saranam gacchami, dharmam saranam gacchami, sangham saranam gacchami, buddham saranam gacchami, dharmam saranam gacchami, sangham saranam gacchami, buddham saranam gacchami, dharmam saranam gacchami, sangham saranam gacchami. Cha